The idea of tying 2020 to gratitude seems like such a big stretch because it's been a horrible year for myself, for some other people, but I realize that not every single person has had a horrible year, and when I look back at the year, I think I've had some lows and I've had some highs. So in this particular video, I want to look back at the year. At the end of each year, I look back at the year and try to see points of gratitude, what went well, to plan for the year ahead, what's going to be better and what am I going to do better. So I'm going to do two videos. This one is talking about my gratitude and lessons that I've learned, the lessons are plenty, and the gratitude that I have for 2020. And then my next video is going to be on my plans for 2021. Hey guys, if you're new here, my name is Nthanda and I'm a digital entrepreneur from Malawi. I try to find complex topics and simplify them so we can have a conversation. So without wasting much time, first of all, this is my new home. So this is a whole new background, a background that you'll be seeing a lot going forward. I went with the brand color. You know, my brand color is turquoise and teal. It's very pretty. So got some accent walls. You should watch my home tour up here. Watch the home tour and check it out. If you like the video and if you'd love to see more home content, let me know. I'm trying to get more into content creation because, like I said in my last video, I left my job. There is a gratitude point. I left my job, something that I've been wanting to do for the past who knows how long. I never wanted to be employed, but I'm so grateful for the experience that I've had. So that's a gratitude point as well. I'm grateful for the experience that I've had as being employed, especially in the public service, but I'm ready to move on into the next phase of my life. So that was just a digression, but now the real gratitude list, my gratitude list. Now, the most important lesson and gratitude point for me for 2020 is the fact that the world digitized. Oh my God. I'm a digital entrepreneur, like I just said. So I had to make business plans for myself. And in all my business plans, my plan was that the world would not digitize, at least in the world that I want to, at least Africa, Malawi, for the next, maybe I can say 5 years. What I had planned was planning over 5 years, even 10 years. Like I was ready for that growth. So all of that growth kind of hit us fast. That meant that the work that I had increased, well in the beginning anyway, the work that I had increased and there was more clients digitizing and now realizing that they need the services that I had been pitching to offer for the longest time. So now there was a lot of brands wanting to get branded digitally, to get marketed and communicated digitally. So I've gotten a lot more clients and a lot more partners. So my business in the past year has grown, and for that I am super, super grateful. Now, getting more into my personal life, one thing that I'm grateful for in 2020 is that I am childless. And this is a very personal factor, considering that I think about 3 years, 2.5 years ago, I wanted to get married. I wanted to start a family because I met my best friend. Well, I met him long before that, but we started dating and I wanted to do what, once you find love, you're supposed to fall in love, you're supposed to get married, and you're supposed to have children. I wanted all of that. And we took it slow. And we decided to get to know each other more, get to know ourselves more, and I think how far we've come to the realization that maybe we might not want to have children. At least right now, I don't want kids. He doesn't want kids because it doesn't fit with our life plans right now. So we put that on hold, and I'm so grateful that in this very moment, I'm childless. Maybe if I had had children, I would have actually enjoyed it. I would have been happy, and maybe I would be on a whole different path of life right now. But in this moment, I'm grateful that I don't have those children because I've taken more time getting to know me and getting to understand what I want and healing all the parts of me before I have to give myself to another human, particularly a child that is fully dependent on me. And now, speaking of my personal life, for the first time in 10 years, I think, I'm single. Yeah. So I've been single since I think about a month ago. That was, I think, towards the end of October going into November. I didn't plan to even announce it this early because I feel like it's a transition that I'm going through. I think for the past 10 years, I have given myself everything that I am to a partner because I believed in that, that you're supposed to find a lover and you're supposed to give yourself to them, you're supposed to build a life together. That was a trajectory that I was led to believe, or that that's how it's supposed to happen. But within that, it means that I've never taken the time to heal myself, to be by myself, to be accountable to me, to be able to just be fully me and fully present in a situation. So for the first time, I'm saying, I'm gonna just be me. So my partner and I talked about it and we decided that for now we're gonna be friends. We're still gonna be best of friends. We've been best friends for about 4+ years, maybe almost 5 years. But in this period, I want to be alone and get to know me, get to process all the traumas that I've had, everything that I've gone through, and belong to me and see what the journey ahead holds for me. At the same time, I would want that the next time I want to fall in love, I will be fully present. So I know that it's not like I owe anybody any explanations or that I should talk about my love life, and I do hold myself accountable that I was responsible for having shared my love life thus far. So going forward, I'm not sure if I'm going to share on my love life anymore, and that's because I think my business is growing beyond me, and I want the focus to be on that business, the work that I do, as opposed to my personal life. My personal life is my personal life, and I take full responsibility over the fact that I'm the one that is shared on my love life and my personal life, and I know that that's why I'm kind of speaking on it, to say that I'm no longer going to be sharing on that anymore, because I want the focus to be on my work. So going forward, I'm not going to share anymore on my personal life, and I hope that you can respect that. But there's going to be so much more on the work that I do and everything else that's around the work, and I hope that you can continue to engage with the content, and hopefully you'll be impactful and you love the work that we do. And speaking of changes, the other thing that I'm grateful for is selfishness. I'm so grateful that I've been awarded the opportunity to be selfish, I think I've spent 2020 really being selfish, in the sense that, like I said, I'm grateful I don't have children. I don't have to give myself to children, I don't have to give myself to a life partner. I have kind of distanced myself from my family to kind of figure out what's going on within me. I've also been very distant from my friends. So this year was spent really being about me, getting to know me, healing the parts of me, and it's a journey, it's a process. But I'm grateful that I've been awarded that selfishness to be able to just be about me, focus on me, and I'm hoping that 2021 is going to be the time when I'm kind of branching out and going back to those personal relationships that I've had. I'm gonna have to re-engage with my family and get back to networking with them and seeing how we can engage after my personal healing. And then going beyond that, I am going to go back to my friends and see how we can also engage and have healthier friendships. And then I'm going to have to decide if I want to date again, and if I want to settle down, all the personal attributes that come with being a person, a woman, that I'm going to take my time processing. The next gratitude point is financial stability. Oh my god, when I had just moved out of my parents' home, which was in 2016 towards the end, I went through depression for almost a year plus, and I didn't realize in the moment that this was attributed to the fact that I wasn't financially stable. So every time I'm having to worry about the water has been cut, or that I don't have electricity, that I can't afford to buy groceries, I don't know where the hell rent is coming from at the end of the month. Living alone is a hell of a process, and I'm not a very dependent person, so I want to be able to sort my bills and be able to take care of myself. So not being able to do that was very depressing for me, and having the financial stability is something that I'm so grateful for now. I have done a lot of great work in the past 2-3 years, and that work is starting to pay back. I'm able to afford my lifestyle, I'm able to afford myself outside of everything that I have, everybody around me. I'm not going to go back to my father or my mother and ask them for money. In fact, I'm able to also support them some days or spoil them on some days that I can. So I'm grateful for the financial stability and being in the situation where I can take care of myself. Now, the other thing I'm grateful for, like I just said earlier, is my home, my new home. Oh my god. I spent a lot of my years as a teenager watching a lot of Disney, and there was always these little houses, these little apartments. And my dream was like, if I grow up and I just have something like that for me, that would be so great. That would make me so happy. So when I saw this apartment, I was driving by someday, I was like, I need to have something like that. I want to have something like that. But I wasn't financially there yet, So when I made some changes in my life, when I decided that, I need to take some time to get to know me, I looked back and I said, yeah, I think this is time to grow, and this is time to get something that I feel that I deserve. So this is my grown woman house. I love it so much. It's kind of a bit expensive for me still, but I'm able to afford it, and I'm hoping that it's going to be great for the next chapter of my life, which is going to be the next phase where we're going to do all these media products. I think you love them. I love them. It's not just about having a media product or it being entertaining. It's about the impact that the ideas that we have will have, and that's going to be the next video about plans for 2021. I'm still refining that, but right now I'm super grateful for this house. It makes me happy. It's got a bit of working space. It's got a bit of living space. It's just perfect for someone like me and what I love. And my last gratitude point for 2020 is peace. I finally found peace, I think. I've spent my life healing from a lot of trauma, a lot of things. I think having been a bit of a public figure in Malawi, I've also experienced a bit of digital harassment, and that can take a bit of weight on you. So I'm in a space where I'm able to process my emotions, but most importantly, I'm able to also give myself while knowing my boundaries, drawing boundaries on how people can associate with me. And that's a continuous battle. There's obviously always prices to pay in that journey. But I'm so grateful that I found my peace and I'm able to come back to it every time. I know my center. So every time something happens, it disorients me a little bit. Then I kind of come back to my center. I find ways to come back to me. One of the ways that I do that is I go to the spa every so often. So I get a massage, I get a pedicure. I go to Comty Spa, in case you don't know, I'm the face of Comty Spa. So if you ever want to get any treatments in the long way, and I'm talking about high-end, perfect service, I would recommend Comty Spa. The massagers, oh my gosh, ask for Winnie, she is amazing. Pedicures, like facials. I've never waxed, I don't wax, so if you want to wax, so they have those services. They pretty much have everything that you would need in a spa. So for now, I know that I want to have a massage because I haven't had that in a bit of a while. I don't know if I want to have a facial, I'll decide, I guess. I need a pedicure, definitely. I need a manicure, my fingers need to be fixed. And I need to braid my hair because it's getting warm and I'm also just tired of being in here. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, and so thank you so much for all the support. And the next video is going to be the plans for 2021. Then I think maybe the next video, like I promised in the previous videos, but I haven't done it yet because I'm still anxious about having people in my space. But maybe there might be a Christmas / housewarming party coming up. Oh yeah, next week, part of self-care, I am taking a vacation, I think. If I commit to it, I might change my mind. I'm taking a vacation and I want to go to Salima and check out all the hotspots, all the best places to be at in Salima. So I'm super excited about that, to be there. So I'm super excited to just travel. First of all, it's going to be my first location. I've never done that. I've never traveled. I mean, I travel for work, usually alone, but that's like work. Or like when I'm travel vlogging, it's so much like work. This time I want to travel for me and just be on this location and get to be one with my thoughts and process the year that has been and just unravel and unwind and undo. So spa, travel, and then maybe later a Christmas party. Then I think I'm going to spend the rest of the year with my family and friends. And that is going to be it for the year. So look out for my next video. That is going to be on my plans for 2021. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Follow me on social media, follow our brand pages. Thank you for following, and as always, stay kind. See you next time.